Hi, welcome back to Blue Mountain Bushcraft and Outdoors. This morning when I'm recording this, I have a pretty major emergency going on. My coffee mug's empty. I need coffee. Let's fix that. All right. This is probably the most dire survival situation I'm going to find myself in today. So let's see what we can do to get out of it. I've got wood. I've got an empty coffee mug. Emergency situation. And I've got this knife, the Blackfeather Blacklore from Blackfeather Knives. Let's get a fire going with it. Okay guys, so in the interest of full disclosure, let me say right off the bat that the bow drill set that I made with the Blacklore was a complete and utter failure. I chose red cedar. The cedar was a lot wetter than I thought it was. Even getting down into the interior of the wood, there's just too much moisture in there. I couldn't make it work. Guys, I'm an amateur at this stuff. I'm no expert, so I resorted to a willow kit that I had already made. However, that being said, the failure of the first bow drill set had absolutely nothing to do with this knife. So as you guys can see, the Blackfeather Blacklore is designed as a bushcraft knife. And for those purposes, it absolutely excels. This is hands down, I'd say, the top 3 bushcraft knives I've ever used. The handle on this is outstanding. I'll show this design to you. It is a Coke bottle design. Now Joe says that he has actually changed this a little bit and that it's even more comfortable now. So I don't know what the heck he's done to make this better, but this knife fits me literally like he took my hand and molded the grip to it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic in every grip that I use it in. I can choke up on it. I can do the reverse grips. Any grip that I try to use on this, it just fits. Now the Blacklore is 01 tool steel with an outstanding heat treat. Even after all of the cross grain batoning that I did, and just the regular batoning and the feathering and the slicing, this is still extremely sharp. The spine is a nice sharp 90 degrees. I'll cut in some ferro rod usage here in a moment. The handle on this is I believe a linen micarta with red and white liners. There is a lanyard loop or lanyard hole in the back, loveless pins holding everything together. The point drops down to the center line of the grip. And the ergonomics, like I said, they're top notch. What I really like about this design over, say, my bush tool is this right in here, where my bush tool kind of all flows in one line. If you're doing stabbing motions like you saw me doing when I was making some of the kindling, there's no chance or very little chance of your hand slipping down onto the blade. Likewise, for that stabbing motion, this contour here fits your thumb perfectly. So it really just locks your hand into the grip for doing those stabs. Now, there's something else I want to say about this knife. There are various grades of custom knives out there on the market. You've got companies that do some custom work that is partially subbed out, meaning they'll take the steel, they'll send the steel out someplace, it'll get laser cut or whatever method they use to cut the blanks out. Blanks will get sent back. The company will put the profiles on the knives, send them out for heat treat, get them back, and put the handles on. Joe Honeycutt at Blackfeather does not have that set up. He is a custom shop in the true sense of the word. So Joe cuts these blanks out, he grinds the edges, he does the handles, he does the heat treat from start to finish. This is all the work of one man. And as somebody who has a professional knifesmith in the family, I'm here to tell you that that's a lot of extra work. and a lot of extra time and a whole lot of extra care that goes into each and every one of these blades. I know I can speak for the knifesmith that's in my family in that when he builds a knife from start to finish like this, he has hours and hours of time into it and a lot of sweat and probably a bit of blood into each one. And I can only imagine that Joe Honeycutt is the same way. So when you order something like this from him, and he's got all sorts of different models, but when you order a knife like this from him, know that you're getting a 100% custom made knife from start to finish. And it's all Joe, the whole thing. And you know, for me, if I'm getting a custom knife, I like that. You know, that's worth a couple extra dollars to me. So if you see something like this that costs more than, say, a comparable design by another company that maybe doesn't have that level of personal input into the blade, that's why. The survival situation has been averted. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on this blade? Well, like I told you, the ergonomics are spot on. The blade profile and geometry, again, absolutely spot on. It's made of good steel. The heat treat is excellent. It's got a good spine. It just fits like a glove, and it whistles through wood like a laser beam. Now this is a Gauntlet knife, so as you see some of the pictures and see it in the videos, there's some blemishes, there's some discoloration. It's because this thing's getting used, all right? It's not a safe queen. It's not just sitting around getting pictures taken of it. People are beating on it and putting it through its paces. But Joe's finish quality is second to none. I will put this up there with any of the top bushcraft knife manufacturers out there today. You know, take your pick. It's a hard use tool, of that there is absolutely no doubt, but it also looks damn good. And what more can I say about it? The Blackfeather knives Blacklore comes with a A++ rating from Blue Mountain Bushcraft and Outdoors. If you are in the market for a top quality bushcraft knife, you don't have to look any farther. But if I was placing an order with them tomorrow, it'd be for one of these. It's that good. All right, guys, I'm going to enjoy what's left of my fire. I'm going to drink my coffee. And then I'm going to go spend some time with my family. So that's it for today. Make sure you check the link down below for Blackfeather Knives Facebook page. And I'll put another link down below for the Blue Mountain Bushcraft and Outdoors Facebook group. If you want to continue to follow this knife through the Gauntlet, because this is a Gauntlet review, click on the link down below for www.thegauntlet.tv. It's a place where you can go and easily search and find, you know, anything you need in whatever kind of a search category you want. All right, I'll quit rambling. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. I really appreciate that. And until next time, guys, see you later. Bye.